is all I ever knew. It's my time, hit these rhymes, enjoy this lyrical view. Going head first like a shirt, it's just what I'ma do. It's automatic, no manual, tune in, don't change the channel.
We back with another episode of Good Talk. Whoa. Another episode of Good Talk Podcast. I'm Tune, of course.
Sam Mo from the H, you already know.
We got two of my near and dear friends joining us on this episode. Jantia.
Hey.
And we got Master Shui, a.k.a. Game of Thrones expert, a.k.a. Jon Snow's not a Targaryen.
Facts.
We got Richard here. Game of Thrones is back, or is about to be back.
You ready?
You excited?
Excited.
2 years.
It's been
The
long.
wait.
Well, 2 days for me.
Exactly.
First off, you gotta tell us.
Newbies be like,
You binge watched
Yeah, for like a month.
after us telling you
To watch
years. Why
But
now?
that's a lot of people.
Well, let me
That's
tell you
true.
why now, because the hype around season 8 was so crazy. I'm like, you know what, let me just watch it. You know, let me get a little sniff and see what I'm smelling. And if it smells good, I'm gonna start watching. And you know, the first season was kind of slow. Season 2 really got me hooked. And that's when I was like, all right, this show is legit. And then now, I probably know more than you.
You texted me that. I was like, you know what? This is not sports. You know, I'm not about to go back. If you know more than me, you
What's
do.
up?
I don't think you
You
do.
go blow for blow.
But I know for a fact you don't know more than this guy.
Nah, probably no. He actually schooled me
Nobody
today. I was
knows
like,
more
okay,
than
I'm not gonna
Richard.
even try him today. So I'm actually here to learn from Rich and then school you later. So
I'm sorry,
I'm
man.
just ready for the predictions. That's.
But since we brought you in here and you got your little theories and you've been a guy that just been going deep into Game of Thrones, what is, like, tell us about a theory or two that you think that will happen or could happen.
One of my biggest theories is I think a lot of people think the Night King is like a villain, but the biggest thing George R. Martin is kind of trying to push that war is a disease. So I don't think them fighting him and killing him is how the show's going to end. I feel like it's going to be a more positive outcome for that battle. I think he ends up getting healed by Sam. That's my prediction on that.
to piggyback off that, he's right, because like since season 1, there is no true villain. You know, like everybody has their backstory and side story and their reasons for doing what they did.
Yeah.
You know, like season 1, the Starks are supposed to be like the heroes, but then you realize Lannisters do some good too, and every other house. So I actually agree with that.
Because I don't know if y'all aware or y'all remember the saying, all men must die.
Yeah, Brother Magulis.
Because everyone is saying, because me personally, I don't think the throne, when it's all said and done, when the series is done, I don't think there will be a throne. I'm confident that the throne will be destroyed or no one will want the throne.
I think somebody's gonna get the throne.
I think somebody
For
said
sure.
Somebody has to, right? At some point, Game of Thrones.
No, but my thing is, everyone, after the war, like the main characters like Jon, Daenerys, Tyrion, whoever, they just might die and it's the end.
I don't think it's gonna be somebody that everyone wants to be. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it based off what watching and reading previous seasons and reading previous books. Like you get these little things. Like you said, the Night King, he hasn't been like the bad. Like if you look at him, it's not. What is he doing? He doesn't have nothing. I don't see his motive of killing everyone.
Because I think that, and that's what going back. That's why I think he gets healed, because I think his backstory and his character, who he is as a character, is going to be explained this season. And so you're going to see that, like in one side you could be a hero, on the other side you could be a villain. Just like to the Starks, the Lannisters are evil, and to the Lannisters, the Starks are evil. So it's all about perspective. The same thing about how we kind of saw with the Night's Watch and the Wildlings. The Night's Watch. The Night's Watch paint the Wildlings as barbaric people and stuff like that. But when Jon meets Ygritte, and Ygritte, she kind of shows in their way, their lifestyle. And to them, everybody below the wall is a southerner. But Jon feels like if you're not from the north, but she's like, y'all not really from the north. And I think one of the biggest things we need to think about, and is really going to be hard on the show, is everything began from the books, and the show began at the wall. And I think that's the central point of this season. I think the wall comes down.
Well, we already saw it come
Yeah, I was
down.
gonna say,
But we only saw a portion of it. I think the wall is tied into the Night King. I think him getting healed, because I feel like.
But what do you feel like is his purpose? Because like I get what you're saying, but like anybody that you're just watching the show, it looks like they're out like the Night King. He has to have some type of purpose because he's like Battle of Hardhome.
Yeah.
I watched that battle
huh?
yesterday.
Like he's like
When he
he's
did
murking
that-
people left and
that's
right. For
actually-
what? Like why?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's one of the
episode.
best battles. But it's like to do something like that, and for like like you're saying like, oh, he hasn't really done anything really bad. Like to me, that's bad. Like for what? You killed thousands of people, and then he literally stood there like, rise, like we're coming for y'all. Like,
But have we?
Like,
what is
what?
his reason?
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. But
Okay, that's why I'm like,
I think it has a villainous background too. I think that gives it a villainous background. You don't do stuff like that just for like the Wildlings is different. They're trying to get to safety or whatever. But for him, like
But
he
I
was
feel-
good beyond the wall.
Okay.
So honestly, I don't know if y'all heard the actor that plays Night King. He actually said that the Night King has a target that he's going after to kill. So
Yeah, like it seems like he has some type
he has
of
something.
purpose.
Yeah, he has
Doesn't
some type of
have a motive.
purpose, but we don't know yet. So
Yeah.
I guess season 8 they'll explain.
Yeah.
But right now, I guess everybody thinks he's the bad guy. But like Rich said, he might be doing something.
I feel like I feel like he is the main antagonist, but I feel like he's not. I think everybody is just thinking on some apocalypse. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a big war. He's just gonna win. There's no way to beat him. But I don't think he's like. I think he has his own backstory. And it's a reason why he's on this fuckboy path or whatever. And I feel like the way you derail him from that path is not by fighting him because you're doing tick for tat. I think they heal him. I think that's what Sam's biggest thing is. He's learning all this stuff. Dragon Glass plays a big role in all this stuff. We see Dragon Glass is the only thing that can kill them. I feel like, and then let's not forget his inception. He was made from Dragon Glass. So I think the only way to heal him is with Dragon Glass.
So heal. What do you mean by heal him? Like
See
Like turning back human.
I don't know. I'm real foggy on, but I feel like somehow, some way that Dragon Glass is gonna like heal him in making him maybe human again.
Okay.
That-
So that being said, okay. So who do you think the Night King is trying to go after? Like that's the thing. Because
See, my biggest thing is I think it's either Bran or Jon, but I feel like him and Jon have some connection. Him and Jon have some connection because
Yeah.
he looks at Jon. His interactions with Jon there is a connection with Jon, but
And
there
he
is-
could have killed him.
Yeah, and there's a connection with Bran too. I think him and Bran shared the same powers.
But that's the thing. Like with Brand and John, he had both chances to take
Yeah,
him out.
yeah.
You know, he didn't do it. So I'm like, is he really after them, or he's just?
I mean,
is he playing
no,
with
he
them?
was after Bran though.
He
if
was.
If
Yeah, 'cause he
Hodor,
touched him.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Hodor, you know,
Yeah.
hold the door, like hold the door. Rest in peace. But if it wasn't for Hodor, like he would have got him because
Yeah.
like Hodor, and let's not forget Leaf. Leaf, you know, she kamikaze
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and blew herself up like because them whites was coming like.
come in.
That episode, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that hold the door.
That was actually
I
kind
ain't
of
gonna
neat.
lie.
Yeah,
Is that your
yeah.
favorite episode?
Nah, favorite episode, Redwood.
What about yours?
I would say my favorite episode is Winds of Winter, where Cersei blows up the. That whole because from beginning to end, that episode was fire.
yes. No, that you're right because we learned about Jon Snow, or
Exactly.
we saw the flashback that got everyone excited, and then like you brought up at the beginning of the episode,
And
when
Danny
Cersei,
finally left to go.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I was like, girl, we've been waiting for like,
But
please
6 seasons.
hurry.
The reason why I give you that's a beautiful episode to pick
It is.
because the build up, the way Cersei was just getting
The
dressed,
music.
that music was
yes,
and that was
saying,
that was
that's
a good
like
pick.
one of the
Y'all
best
feel
I never
sorry-
heard that. That's a
like,
great pick.
Like y'all didn't feel bad for like Marjorie, you know, because she was
No.
actually
I
good.
love
I
Marjorie.
like
Marjorie. Yeah, I like
That's
I
her.
why
feel like
it
Marjorie's
hurt
bad,
my
low
heart.
key, and
Yeah.
she's bad. No, she's
her.
bad, but it's
good.
like, man,
Like,
I didn't get
like-
what she.
I
Her
loved her.
purpose
They could
was
do everybody else.
was over.
she played the game, but
Her purpose was very selfish, but it's like at the end of the day, she had like
She had good intentions.
no, she
though.
Marjorie
It was for her. It was for her own good. I do believe
but
she had something for the good of the people,
She
like
had- she
a
was-
heart. But
you have to also understand
She was
her
playing the
family
game.
put her in that position. She didn't
Yeah.
want
True.
like in Game of Thrones and all these in that time, like people use marriages as political like positions
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So she
She
just
knew
played
how to play the game. She
She's
played the game
card
with
she was
Ridley.
doing. Yeah.
What about you?
Man, the Battle of Hardhome was crazy.
Bro, I
Man,
watched that last night and I was like,
When I tell you dudes were getting busy, like
Bro,
slashing,
Jon
cutting,
Snow going against
Jon
one of
Snow
the-
realizing Valerian Steel can actually stop a blade. I'm like, okay, yeah, this nigga serious. Like, hey man, I was in my seat.
that's
watching
why-
that whole,
that's
like,
why-
I'm in there like, yeah.
going on top of that,
Yeah.
Battle of the Bastards to me
Yes.
Oh.
was overrated.
What?
I mean,
Battle of the Bastards is at least top 5.
No, because
Yes, it
besides the
is.
choreography,
It's
which was
definitely
like
top
A1, that
That's
episode,
the
what did
best
it? We
cinematic
knew Ramsey was
battle
gonna
ever.
die.
Battle of the Bastards pissed me off because of Rickon. The way the
Oh,
show
yeah,
writers
that was
handled
stupid.
Rickon's
Like,
story.
he
I always forget that he even
Yeah,
died.
When he
Wait,
didn't even zigzag, I mean that did hurt me, but I was like, my nigga,
I like Joey. They even tried to like, okay, he's gonna die. Like,
and
no,
then
he's gonna
even
be straight line
and then
shit.
even like I don't know, Sansa saving the day and the way she even handled it.
That was a-
Bro, that was what made me
something,
like.
something about the episode, like Hard Home, yes,
Yes, bro.
Cersei blowing up the Bella.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
I
live.
give you that. But
Battle of Bastards, bro, we knew.
It wasn't over.
John, did you think John was gonna die?
No,
Again.
but like,
No, but it was
like
the suspense.
yeah, the suspense,
What
the action was
suspense?
good, suspense,
My
and
man, when he could not breathe, I
Bro.
was on the couch like I can't breathe
John
either.
Cena,
Like,
when
can't
Jon Snow
breathe.
went into that field with his sword, and they were just coming at him. Where did y'all
I ain't gonna
think?
lie, when they was in
You
a
felt that.
when they were in that formation, they were just getting.
I was like, they about to kill him
because-
again?
Let's not start with that because I think he's gonna die again.
I mean, he could.
I think he dies again.
I think
But
in season 8 he could die.
that episode,
That
did y'all
episode-
really think he was gonna
That episode, no, I didn't think he was gonna die, but I thought he was gonna get peaked because the only reason
think
why
for who, Ramsey or John?
For
I thought he was gonna get peaked
Yeah.
because the only reason why I could believe it could have got peaked. Ramsey's sadistic. If Ramsey got him, Ramsey
I thought he was gonna catch him.
he would have killed
I
him.
was
So,
gonna say-
I
he
thought
would've-
that Ramsey's
Yeah.
time was over. I thought going into that fight, I was like,
I like the
he's
way
dead.
Ramsey died though.
at that
Yeah.
time, Ramsey was like
Yeah.
untouchable. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like Ramsey was like at that time, he was like, damn, like,
Hey,
can't
Ramsey's
He's
second
been
best
one of the
villain.
worst
Little
villains.
Finger #1, Ramsey #2.
yeah.
Over your boy Euron?
Ooh, I mean, book Euron is topping everybody, but show Euron, he's a rock star. I'm like, he has eyeliner. I'm like, get out of here. He's not really doing nothing for. Maybe I think he might turn up in this season, but book Euron. I mean,
We didn't see nothing much from him.
Show
yeah.
Euron.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from the Iron Islands. I have eyeliner. Cersei. Ooh, like,
But he's gonna be very important because now
Season
that he's
8,
going, I mean,
he
went
bring
to
the
go
Golden
get
Cup- the Golden Company.
Yeah.
Company, and now they're gonna be with Cersei.
I think he backstabbed Cersei, but I think Cersei's days are just numbered.
Oh yeah,
She's dying.
because you know
For sure.
the whole theory
Season 8,
of
she gotta go.
the whole theory of her dying because of, is it her brother, the little brother?
I mean, they
Or
both are
the
The
brothers.
witch
see,
basically
but-
said that the little brother is gonna kill
But
her.
see, this is the big thing people don't understand. That translation is in Valerian, and it didn't really denote a sex. It just said like a younger sibling, so it could be a girl or a boy. Same thing with like the Princess Promise. It didn't like I think Arya.
Because I'm saying
yeah.
that because that's the witch said that, but then you have Cersei's on Arya's list.
Liz.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you.
I hope
I
she
think it
gets
is.
to.
One of my predictions. Arya kills her and the Mountain because and I'm gonna show you one thing because the show gives you clues. You have to pay attention. When she was fighting against what's her name, Brienne, that was showing you how she's gonna box the Mountain because the Mountain and Brienne are the same size, and you saw how she was maneuvering. She could fight a bigger opponent. I think that was a
So
foreshadowing
you're saying
how
the
she gonna.
Hound won't get to kill his brother.
That's what I was thinking.
I think
He'll
the
have
Hound
a
might help,
hand
but
in
she's
it.
gonna do the final blow.
So let me say my prediction because the whole Mad King and Jamie, stabbing the Mad King, in the back. Cersei's pretty much the Mad Queen right now. She's killing
Facts, I love
a lot of
that.
people on fire. So who's gonna kill her? Jamie's gonna stab her in the back because she's not gonna expect Jamie to kill her.
I think books for sure Arya does it, but show because they like the poetic force stuff. I can see
So now,
Jamie will
Jamie-
tug on
so
the show. Watch
so
us
now
more.
I'm putting two things together. Y'all know Arya is the faceless, like she can get somebody else's mask and whatnot.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
She-
Ooh, I like that.
She can use Jamie's
Jamie's
face.
face.
She
Yeah.
killed
Okay.
Cersei.
I like that a lot. I like
Because
that.
That would be a nice
If you
twist.
think
Yeah,
about
I like
it,
that a lot.
everyone
She's
on
already
her list,
done she's done that
That's
with
true.
Walter
Yeah.
Frey.
Walter
She
Frey,
did.
and
Boom.
that makes sense. It's saying you kill two birds at once. Like,
But maybe
two
it makes
songs
too
at
much
once.
sense.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. That's the
Right,
problem.
the writers-
It's not that
The only reason why I think
Exactly.
Tune hit that on the nail is because they've already showed that
That she can do it.
she can do it, and it'll fit. But it'll fit because like a lot of people don't know the prophecies too well. Like a lot of people weren't picking up on that. So if Jamie kills her, it fits everything. It's easy to digest.
Yeah.
And so if it's her, then boom, they're hitting two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
I think book wise for sure, Arya does it. But if Arya does it with Jamie's face, everybody's happy. I think that's
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And every
I like
one of
that
her
though.
lists, she
I
has
hope.
been.
she ain't killing
Working
anybody
left
on her
and
wrist,
right.
though.
No, but it's still the people that are still
She
on the list.
getting
a
She
good
getting
amount of
busy.
people.
busy.
Because she still got Cersei. She got the Hound.
She's
Not, well, yeah,
The Hound's still on the list, but
She not gonna kill
One
Yeah,
of
she
them-
never killed a hound.
I have a crazy prediction.
What?
One of my biggest predictions starts with Mary Masdor. What she told that witch that like who Daenerys with Khal Drogo. She told Daenerys. She said you're gonna see him again, but you're gonna see him when the sun sets in the east and rises in the west. Right.
Exact opposite.
So I think when she said son, that prophecy, she said S-U-N, but I think it really meant S-O-N because her son died in the East. I think her and John got busy. They're going to have a kid.
Yeah.
I think they have a son. I think she dies in childbirth.
yes, because one, Jon Snow's mom, Lyanna died.
It's parallels.
Daenerys' mom died in
Died.
childbirth. Tyrion's mom
Died in
childbirth.
childbirt.
That's
She
why
died.
everyone thinks he's
It's
a Targaryen,
parallels.
So it's parallel.
It's parallels, and it's parallels, and just like another hint. Okay, that one kind of alluded to that, and one thing people didn't really pay attention to. I just saw this when I was watching the video. Is Jon Snow has a talk with Melisandre. He was like, "When we have that battle at Winterfell, if I die, don't bring me back." He said that, and she was just like, "I have to try at least." I think Jon dies again, and they're gonna bring him back.
Because we know he doesn't want the throne.
Right,
doesn't.
that's the
And
thing.
John has been, hey,
He's been adamant about.
adamant
I
about-
don't.
Daenerys
I
even-
was
I'll
chosen,
kill
but I don't
myself
want
for the
it.
Daenerys even threw another hint that Jon Snow's gonna die. She said, "I love men that." Oh, what did she tell Tyrion? She said, "I like you because you're not a hero." Because she said, "All the men I love are heroes." And what do heroes do? They die. Khal Drogo, my brother, everybody like she loves. She's like, "This Jon Snow, he's a hero." What do heroes do?
That's true.
They die.
What do you think about Tyrion? How like kind of like when they were getting busy at the end, he kind of was like,
I think Tyrion was more of like, because this, like, he came for Daenerys, he doesn't want Daenerys to get distracted about the ultimate goal. Like, he feels like Jon could, lead them to something else. But it's like, your job is to get the throne.
Yeah.
I don't think it's more of like affection, like
I
he
think
likes Daenerys or anything.
So I saw read some theories basically saying that Tyrion made some kind of deal with Cersei when they were in.
I
That when
read
they
that
were
too. I
there,
read
because
about
they
that
came
too.
back out so quickly, and
Yeah,
all of a
you
sudden
say
she was like,
nothing.
Yeah.
"Okay, cool."
Yeah.
Like you,
Nah,
I don't see her
I'm
turning.
gonna rock with my boy.
Yeah, but I think Tyrion.
I love Tyrion, but-
solid to the end.
I love him, but
Another theory, though.
He been looking at her.
What's
kinda
his
crazy.
name? What's his name? Mormont, the son.
Mormont,
yeah.
He's gonna end up dying for.
He's gonna die finally. I'm sorry.
Daenerys.
I mean, but he's been.
He's annoying.
I mean, he got touched
He's
by.
loyal.
He
He's
got touched by
annoying.
by
He's
the
loyal, though, but he
by the
definitely
grayscale.
died. Yeah.
He should have died then. and
Yeah, he's gonna die. He's gonna
He's
die for
gonna
her.
die.
But I'm not gonna lie, Sam's gonna play a big role. I think.
He's gonna tell them who John's parents are.
I think the biggest thing is, I think this is going way far out. I think, what's his name? Sam is telling this story. Because one thing you have to know, when Sam went to the Citadel, what does he see? He sees the beginning credits. You see all the
Yeah.
machines and stuff like that.
That's
It's just like the beginning credits of the map. I think Sam Tarwa is telling this story. Because he's the main, I think he's the main hero. That's why I feel like he heals. Just going back to what I said. Think about that. When he goes to the Citadel, what do you see? You see the same stuff you see in the beginning credits.
Yeah.
That makes.
I saw that theory.
Sam is telling this story.
Damn.
I'm thinking about it. Because everyone's always saying pay attention to the pay attention to the preview or pay attention
Sam
to
is telling
The
this
theme
story.
song.
That's
the
one of the
theme
biggest
song
things.
and the visual that's happening. I'm like,
Because, and then one thing you have to see, one thing you really have to pay attention to, each season when stuff happens differently, it shows in the map.
Yeah,
Like when
it
the
does.
Boltons
It
have
changes.
Winterfell,
Yeah,
it changes too.
Yeah, I seen
Sam
that
is
too.
telling the story. This is because the Game of Thrones is derived from the books, and the books is a song of ice and fire.
so could it be Daenerys and Jon, or
Yeah.
could it be Jon being that his mom is a Stark and his dad is a Targaryen?
I think for the show that they want to,
I feel like that's too
It's
basic.
gonna
Yeah.
be one or the other. It's
So,
not gonna be both.
Why do you say that John's not a Targaryen?
Yeah, you don't
even
think he's a
though the
Targaryen.
show-
Here it goes.
Show wise, it doesn't really matter right now. But if you want to go into books, this is why I say it. In the books, there is a character called Aegon. And
real Aegon.
he's called Aegon, and he's with one of Rhaegar's loyal men, and he's basically been raising him in hiding, and he's coming out his character plot is he has the Golden Company support, and stuff like that. And so one thing the show does a lot is they combine characters, storylines to make stuff simpler. Like the whole leeching thing that happened to Gendry never happened to him in the book. It happened to Edric Snow, another one of Robert's bastards. So to simplify the show, I think they just add characters because it makes it simple. So when I see that this new Targaryen in the book named Aegon, and then Jon, they named him, they could have gave him any other Targaryen name, but they give him Aegon. It's just like, it's a lot of stuff in it. If we really want to go, we can't go into super depth, but I don't really believe he is a Targaryen in the books, but for the end of the show, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because regardless, books and show, I think Jon dies. He does not make it in books or show. Because Jon is a hero, and he doesn't want to be on the throne. That's not Jon's calling.
So piggyback on what you said. So what's the point of him being there at the end if he doesn't want the throne? He dies. That's why I'm agreeing with you. He dies because if he's there at the last episode, or he's there to the end,
he's just there to be the hero. We need a hero to do the right thing. Jon's power is bringing people together.
Yeah.
He saved the wildlings. He can see past what people are telling them. That's Jon's power. He can bring people together. Look what he did to the North. Look how he forgave the Umbers and the Glovers. And he said, "I'm not gonna blame the son for the father's mistakes."
Yeah.
Like Jon, he has that good humanity that was good for humanity, equality, and I think that's his gift. That's what his calling is in the show.
So if you're saying Jon dies and Dany dies in childbirth, then who's gonna be on the throne?
That's
the main
why
question.
I'm saying there's no throne.
If I'm throwing it out there,
Tyrion?
Tyrion or Gendry. Tyrion or Gendry. I know that's forced.
I can see Tyrion.
I know that's forced.
But even Tyrion, he's not the type to be on the throne.
But Tyrion's he would be a great king because Tyrion knows a lot, and Tyrion's very smart. And also, just throw this in there, Gendry and Arya are going to be a thing by the end of the season.
They're supposed to be.
They're going to be a thing.
I feel that too.
They've always kind of had that.
They had that thing.
Connection since
And then-
they left.
But Gendry has a right to
The throne, and that's why I can see
Tyrion. I don't see why Tyrion though.
See, I don't know. All I know is Arya. People just put off Arya as she's a tomboy and stuff like that. But Arya just says she doesn't want to be a lady in the social stance. She never said she didn't want to be, hold the family name.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be a lady, but just in a nuanced kind of sense.
Could she die too, based off what we saw in the
trailer?
Where
What
she
do you
was
think
running.
she's running from she's in the crypt.
Let's go over the trailer. Based off what we saw in that trailer, the first scene with her running.
I think they invade. I think the White Walkers invade through the crypts.
Yeah.
And that's why she's running, because the Crips have a big role. And look, this is why I'm bringing it back home. This is why I know for sure the Night King is a Stark. He's not Bran. He's an old Stark. Because look, this is why I think they come through the Crips. He knows the passageways because he's a Stark. Your biggest enemy is somebody in your home. He's a Stark. Who's the best person to take a Stark down and to take over Winterfell? A Stark.
Yeah.
How did Greyjoy, what's his name again? Theon. How did Theon take Winterfell? Because he grew up with them. He knows all the defenses. Boom.
I saw a theory. My favorite theory is that Arya is running from, which I hope I don't know if they would do this, but Lady Stoneheart. So they're basically saying that they finally do the Lady Stoneheart, like Catelyn Stark,
I don't
zombie, come back as a white thing, and she's running from her mom, because the people are basically saying who's Arya scared of? Granted, anybody would be scared of White Walkers, but who's she with? She's a fierceless, at this point, a fierceless, faceless warrior. Who's she really gonna be frantically running from and not turn around and fight to? Unless it's somebody that she knows.
I think it's an illusion.
I'm Arya's seen everything she could see with the faceless people. The only thing that could scare her is something other, something supernatural. And the only reason why I don't think Lady Stoneheart got her powers, she got brought back to life from the brothers without banners, and both of them are basically dead. One of them died already out with Jon. So
I don't think they're gonna bring her.
I don't think that's another thing.
They should have.
That's another thing why I say the show is very well. It's a lot to bring in, but Lady Stark. I mean, Catelyn Stark comes back to life as Lady Stoneheart, and she's doing major
And then another scene from the trailer, we see them seeing the dragon, people in the north, Arya being oh snap, that's a dragon.
I think she was amazed, and she was happy and stuff like that, because I think Arya's a different type of girl. She's seen being with those faceless people. She's seen she's seen stuff that you can't a normal person can't fathom. So a dragon to her is just is live. It's I think she can handle that in that realm because she's been to that kind of.
And then another thing, because they're gonna find out Jon is a Targaryen. I know. Let's put your book in the show. He's a Targaryen Stark. Sam and Bran. How do you think Sansa is gonna react to it, and then two, Daenerys? Like, damn, like my boyfriend is my
damn
cousin.
I don't even see. This is the thing. I don't even think it comes out because what is the point? Because
I think it comes out.
Even if it comes out,
first episode comes out.
What did they gain? She's like, oh, I'm smashing my nephew.
No,
well,
it's more of like
rightful heir.
rightful heir.
In the grand scheme of things, he would be the rightful heir instead of her. So it makes a kind of like confliction, between their new relationship. It's like, oh well, I'm technically supposed to be on the throne.
A prediction that pissed me off. I give you that prediction pisses me off though. Sansa makes it to the end, but that pisses me off because Sansa did a lot of nonsense.
No, my thing is that everyone like throws shade or like throws slugs like Sansa. Like Sansa, she's been through a lot.
She has.
And then what did she really do that was like dumb or
stupid? She snitched on her dad. She forced him over there. And this is the thing. This is the thing though. People want to this is sexism. People want to give Sansa all the breaks in the world, but nobody want to give Theon the break. Theon was basically a indentured slave. Like he was a hostage. He grew up as a hostage. His own family didn't like him, and the Starks, they liked him, but they only kept him there because he was basically like, hey, we'll kill your last son if you do any kind of fuck shit. So like he was conflicted, and people wanted to just paint him off as a traitor and stuff like that. He was a man that was conflicted. He felt bad for what he was doing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something we all deal with. But people won't give him a pass. But everybody was Sansa was a little girl.
But I think my issue with Sansa was like, I think she had towards the end of season 6, season 7, her character is like finally getting to a point. I think she has good character development. It's just she was annoying the whole way through. Like
at the beginning,
even when she started doing better, she was still getting on my nerves. That's what Jon was telling her. Like, don't be undermining me in front of these people. Like, are you okay? Like, relax.
Sansa saved Jon.
She did,
and that's why Battle of Bastards wasn't that good to me because she was the hero.
It was like she was very
condescending. I couldn't rock with her because she just
thank you, but okay.
I can't rock with her. She saved it. Even when she came, she was like, I saved you at the. It was me that saved you. I was like,
relax.
The only thing she ever really did that I rock with was how she killed Ramsay. I was like, when that dog snapped, I was like, oh. When they licked his face, and then
she was sitting there watching.
I was like, speaking of dogs, the direwolves. What do you think they will?
Well, there's only 2 left.
Yeah. No, but you remember when Arya went to the woods?
Nymeria and
hers was left, but there was also
Pack. There was more,
How do you think?
They were friendly though.
They're gonna help them during the battle against the Walkers.
But what can they do though?
I mean, Ghost was really out here like tearing.
Those things are like huge.
Yeah, they're huge, but like can't only like
Ghost is there. Ghost is gonna make an appearance in the season.
We're gonna bite dead flesh, or what are they gonna do?
So you don't think they're gonna play a huge role?
I don't know they play a huge role. I know they're there just because they're gonna just add stuff. Also, another thing. Let's talk about Bran. What do y'all think was gonna happen to Bran? I think he's dead. He's kaput.
Oh no,
Bran is kaput.
Maybe because the way he's acting, he's just so like nonchalant.
I feel Bran dies at Winterfell. When they have that battle, I feel Bran dies there. Bran dies for sure.
I don't think Bran's gonna die.
If they kill him, I'm gonna be pissed because
he's gonna tell them what they need to know, but Bran is gonna die. I know for sure Bran.
As long as
we're gonna have just a cerebral for the rest of the
that's gonna be like a big payoff. Like if Bran dies, he better say everything that he knows.
Yeah, that's what because if Bran dies, you lose all that knowledge.
Yeah, like the whole build up from season 1.
We just got him.
That whole season 1 from 7 was about Bran learning to be.
Going back to what you said with Samuel being the guy, like he's retelling the story or what has happened, whatever. You remember that theory about Bran going into the future? You know, because Bran's been going to the past. My thing is, how about if he's in the future and like trying to fix what's happening?
I'm gonna keep it legit.
Because that's a theory.
The Mad King going crazy was somebody's severance. That's somebody that's off.
And
it's either Bran or somebody, because when he's saying burn them all, I think he saw visions of the White Walkers. So that's why he kept all of that. He's the reason why Cersei had all of that wildfire.
Yeah.
It was the Mad King that stored all of it.
Yeah.
So I think him saying burn them all, because remember what Jaime said. Jaime said the reason why he killed him is because he wanted to burn King's
the
Landing
whole
down
rebellion,
during
yeah.
Robert's rebellion. And so Jaime was just like, he wanted to save all those people. That's why he killed him. And I think it's because he was getting visions of the
the
future.
White Walkers coming
The
and
White
taking
Walkers are
over
coming.
his
That's why he's saying burn them all, because
Yeah.
I think what's the only combatant to White Walkers are that wildfire, because
Yeah.
that stuff is never gonna stop burning, so it can wipe them out.
And you said the Night King, he's coming for somebody. Bran might be who he's coming. We're saying that he's not a villain. The Night King's not a villain. Maybe he's trying to kill Bran, who is the problem, who is the main villain, and we're not seeing it.
Now, I'm with you till you say Bran's
all
villain.
theories.
Yeah, all theories. I feel like Bran is his target because he did grab Bran. Because when he
Yeah,
went,
he did
when he
grab
went to
him.
Blood Raven's cave, he wasn't there to talk. He was ready to scrap. Like he was
He
all
actually did
scrap.
some
He wanted
action,
all
yeah.
like he was trying to kill Bran. I think that's you hit it on the head. I think he's trying to kill Bran because I think Bran is his own. Bran is the only person that can match him in power.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the only person that can do what he can do. So he eliminates Bran. Jon Snow, like, he's a hero, but Jon can't see in the future. Jon can't go
Yeah.
into animals
That's
like
why
him.
they need Bran.
Because you have to even think, when Bran went into that eagle and he was watching the White Walkers, the Night King looked and knew he was in there.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, snap.
He got scared,
He
yeah.
got scared.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
So before we wrap it up, predictions,
just keep it.
and let's keep it like who's on the throne at the end of the day.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep it fast. Gendry and Arya are together. Gendry might be on the throne. I can see Tyrion. Sansa's gonna make it out. Jon is dead. Dany gives birth. I don't know if she's gonna make it. She's alive. Jon's gonna die at least 2 more times. I'll say that. But Jon's dead at the end. And Daenerys is gonna give birth. To a boy. I don't know if she's gonna be alive or not. Who else is main character? Arya ends up killing the Mountain for sure.
John Cena.
Who's gonna be on the throne? It's so hard.
That's so hard.
I feel like there's so many different theories. Okay, if I had to choose a theory to go with and say who's going to be on the throne, I think somehow, some way that it actually might be Tyrion. I know that's not unpopular opinion. Sorry, it is. That's my unpopular opinion. That
And then who kills Cersei?
I feel like I like the idea of Arya doing it with Jaime's face
That's poetic.
because I think she deserves it. So yeah, and I remember like Olenna telling Jaime like she's gonna be like the end of you, like when before she died. So I think it's gonna have to have some kind of involvement of both of them. So
Samo?
Honestly, I think I have.
I know so much is going through your head
It's
because
a
you
lot,
did
yeah.
watch in 2
But
weeks.
I mean, just from like what y'all saying, Jamie's for sure in my head is killing Cersei. Just from how like the way the show's been like going.
Yeah.
Jamie's gonna kill her, backstab her, whatever. He might die while he's doing it, whatever. Jon Snow is gonna die.
Yes.
There's no way. He has to die. Daenerys, I don't think she's gonna get to the throne though. So I actually might see a different woman like Sansa or somebody like that. You know, she
she has good leadership
she
power.
might get
Like
the throne, and then Tyrion might either Tyrion or Sansa. You know, they have like a little kinship.
yeah,
There we
because they're
go.
technically
That's
still.
what I'm
Well, they're I don't know. Are they still married technically? Because she's married to Ramsay,
Yeah.
but she never really got divorced
She
from
never
Tyrion
got.
because
She's
they
married
left.
to Tyrion.
Exactly,
They never got
so
that. No.
Sansa
So
and
if
Tyrion-
Tyrion's on the
Yeah, so
throne, I
one of
can
them
see
might
him
be,
taking
you
Sansa
know,
with
on the
him.
throne, and Sansa might have like the most, I guess, claim to the throne, whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, her or Tyrion, and man, a lot of people gonna die.
A lot of people.
Honestly,
All men
people
must
gonna
die. There's no throne. John dies, of course. Arya uses the mask of Jaime to kill Cersei. And Daenerys dies. They have a kid, but Daenerys might die too.
Same.
Like some Romeo
Yeah.
Juliet. type.
Lastly, before we go, best favorite character, worst character.
Ooh, yes.
John T.
Okay, John Cena.
Okay.
Quick.
Favorite character. I'm sorry, I love Arya. I just do. I hated when she went blonde that whole season. Season 5 sucked to me. But
Least favorite character.
I love Arya. My least favorite character is probably Sansa. I'm sorry.
Real one.
I had to do it. I'm sorry. I tried to go through my head like, who else do I do?
Okay, the character I hate the most is Cersei. I hate her with a passion. I'm so glad she got that whole walk of shame and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually clapping when that happened. I'm like, yeah, you know, all that. My favorite character. Damn, it's tough right now. It's I like dudes that can swing that sword.
Jon Snow.
But the Hound is cold too. I actually picked the Hound.
This guy said the
I like
Hound.
Wow, that's a
he
curveball.
takes no prisoners. No.
So is the Hound your favorite character?
Brienne Tarth too. Like,
So Brienne's your favorite character?
I don't got no favorite character.
Honorable mention for
Like,
Tomand. I love him.
I never heard that. That's a good take.
Jon Snow and Arya are my favorite characters. I need to. They're the like everyone's favorite character should be Jon and Arya because they've been through it from the beginning. They saving people's lives. They doing.
I'm about to get fired up for my choices.
And my least favorite character is Ramsay.
Oh
I was
wait,
never
I
a fan of
didn't pick
Ramsay.
dead people. I hated Ramsay.
sorry.
I'm changing mine.
I didn't get
From
his
Sansa to
purpose.
Ramsay.
Like he was just wasting his time at Winterfell because I knew he was gonna die. That battle was a waste. That's why I wasn't a big fan of
Ramsay is
the Battle of Bastards.
I thought we were talking people that were still alive.
Nah, you could just
Nah, you can.
Oh, it was for sure Ramsay. I hated him from beginning to
Cersei
end.
Ramsay on the same level.
All right.
Cersei's there too, but
All right, I'm throwing curveballs. My two favorite characters I had to do too.
Gendry.
No, Force. Barristan Selmy. Barristan is one of the rawest guys.
I like
He's the only
him.
person that fired up Joffrey in front of everybody and was like, "Hey, I quit.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?" He saved Daenerys. He's old as hell. He is the livest. He's like the Michael Jordan of the Kingsguard.
Yeah.
And then this, don't kill me. I'm gonna get fired up for this. Another person I really like and respect, Tywin Lannister. Tywin Lannister is
What?
That's it. Thank you.
no,
Let me hear what you're saying.
Tywin is
No.
a G. Red Wedding was it hurt
an
me. It was
asshole.
fucked up and stuff like that. But Tywin Lannister is a G because he said, "Is it better for one man to die at a wedding than 1,000 men?" He has a point. Tywin's all about respect. If Catelyn never took Tyrion, Tywin would have never done that. He's all about family. Yes, he goes about it in extreme ways, but he's all about family. He gets it done. He's a mobster. I
He was
respect
about to
that.
kill
He's
his
a
own
monster.
son.
So who's your least favorite character?
Least favorite character I hate the most is Littlefinger. Littlefinger is the evilest. Ramsay is up there, but Littlefinger, hey,
Slimy.
I hate a conniving
Slimy.
bitch ass,
Yeah.
and that's what he is. I'm sorry, he is so slimy and grimy, and the show did not do his death. I pray the books do his death differently. He deserves a methodical, slow death because of
Yeah.
all the stuff he's been doing. My takes.
Sir Bronn of the Blackwater. He's actually one of my favorites. Like
Really?
the one that can actually
Jamie's
punch.
friend.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
He's
Sir
actually
Bronn, low-key.
he's
Yeah.
nice, man. You know he.
You know, he
jokes.
said in his interview, like for this upcoming season, that the fans are gonna hate his character this season because he's gonna be on some
Every
bullshit.
season I change a new favorite character. I promise you.
Barristan,
Exactly.
and like Barristan, just even the way the show made him go out, which he's still alive in the books, but like even the way he went out like a G.
He did,
did.
though.
Come on, he should be in the pins right now. He's old as hell. Like he rocking out. Like Barristan.
Actually, can I change my least favorite character?
No.
It's a tie between Ramsay and Jorah. I'm sorry, he irritates me. He irritates
He's
my
annoying.
soul.
He's annoying.
so
I would say I hate him. He's
annoying.
annoying.
Royal.
I
He
don't
did.
think
He did save
he's loyal,
Daenerys.
but he started out being a spy.
No, but
he
he
didn't even come
he-
in for that.
He did save Daenerys.
He saved her multiple
He
times.
did.
Everybody-
Like,
No, but
he's
the one
annoying.
at the
See,
the harps.
Yeah, he did. But look, everybody changed. Y'all applaud Sansa. Everybody loves Jamie. Oh, I love Jamie. He's a new guy now. But like, hey, everybody changed. Like,
Okay, sorry. One last thing.
Everyone just
One more character. My favorite character is Night King. I promise you. That's spear, and he threw at the dragon. Oh, I was like, no, he did not.
He be
He
bullying
said,
hard.
the dragon died instantly. When he resurrected him, bro. I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. Hey, he's my
How do you
favorite
like
character.
him?
We'll see.
I mean, first of all, he hasn't done anything yet. But that
I'm
one
sorry.
incident, you watch anime, like if you see a villain do something live, like
One
Aizen, and
of
you like that.
one of the scenes that really I'm sorry. One of the scenes that really messed with my mind was when Catelyn removed that chainmail and we saw it
Oh,
on
yeah, she
Bolton.
seen it,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that mark. I was like, you smart.
Bergton's whack as hell.
And then when Oberyn died, like people, one last thing, people give Oberyn so much slack for dying. People say he was gloating. Oberyn wasn't gloating. His only witness was the mountain. Yes, he wanted to kill the mountain, but if the mountain doesn't,
The mountain killed his wife.
the mountain killed his sister,
Or sister, I'm sorry.
and her kids. But if the mountain doesn't say who gave him the order, he can never hold Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
Or Tywin is a whole ass nigga for that, but he has
Your
reason for
favorite
that.
character.
One of my favorite. He's a mobster. I respect that. But if he doesn't get the mountain to confess, he can never really charge Tywin. So that's why he wasn't taunting him. He was trying to get a confession out of him, and the mountain being the guy he is, used as an opportunity to kill him. That's one of the episodes I respected because it really shows you how life really is. Like I thought we was gonna catch a win, we didn't.
You never catch a win with Game of Thrones.
Y'all know that the Night King hasn't had any losses yet. Like this guy is crazy, but we're not talking about him.
Okay.
This guy is
my
crazy,
favorite.
man.
Now you want to defend your favorite character.
Yes, he's crazy. Like,
But we'll see. A lot's about to happen. Season 8.
So excited.
Hey, the prequels coming next year, so that's gonna be exciting. I'm more excited about the prequels than this season.
Low-key.
But I'm very excited about this season.
Hey, for the prequels, all I have to say is if you want to understand prequels, look up the story, Belle in the bar. That story.
Or follow him on Twitter. He's always tweeting these theories and all these things that happen.
Hey,
long,
just
long
remember what I
time ago.
said. I'm using this video. Hey, just remember what I said. That's all I have to say.
Thank you all for coming. John Cia, Mr. John's not a Targaryen.
In the books, he's not. I'm sorry.
Thank you all for listening. Till next time, good talk.
talk good.